Okay, so TB can be tested in a variety of ways, including a skin test. If a person has TB antibodies, then they are considered to have TB. Below is a tree diagram representing data based on 1,000 people who have been given a skin test for TB. What observations do you notice about TB tests based on the tree diagram? First thing I notice is that there's 1,000 total people. The second thing I notice is that this test is 91.9% accurate. How do I know this? I take the patients who have TB and tested positive, is 361, and I take the patients who do not have TB and tested negative, and I'm going to add them. So 361 plus 558, and I'm going to divide that by 1,000. So 361 plus 558 is 919. Which turns into 91.9%. Okay. You may have noticed that 380 patients have TB, yet not all 380 patients with TB tested positive. In statistics, the notation tested negative given TB means the number of patients who tested negative given that they have TB. Determine the probability that a person who has TB could receive a negative result compared to others who have TB. What does this mean? To start, this means that it was a false negative. And we can find that by the probability of a false negative. We're going to take 19 and divide it by 380. That gives us 0.05 or 5%. This is an example of conditional probability, which is the measure of an event given that another event has occurred. So, for number 2 that we just completed, the event was tested negative. So we take the probability of an event given the condition. So in our case, the probability of testing negative given TB and we can find that by taking the event and dividing it by the condition. Moving on to the back. Part of understanding the world around us is being able to analyze data and explain it to others. Based on the probability statements from the tree diagram, what would you say to a friend regarding the validity of their results if they are testing for TB using a skin test and the results came back positive? I would say we're fairly confident in the test accuracy because we found the test accuracy in number 1 and it was 91.9%. In this situation, explain the consequences of errors, having a test with incorrect results. If you're not told you have TB, you could get sicker and die. TB is dangerous. It can cause permanent damage. If a health test is not 100% certain, why might it be beneficial to have the results lean more towards a false positive? So false positive is when it incorrectly indicates the condition is present. Chances are the test is right and people could seek help. If a sample space of 200 is a sample space of 200 enough to indicate whether or not this is true for an entire population? Ideally, we want a large sample because our population is large.